Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Ruth Soltman, and I am the host of the Transformational Soul Show. I'm really happy to be here with you this morning. Got a lot of fun surprises in store. I am going to be doing some giveaways. I was very touched and moved by all of the outpouring of love that I received last week with my show and with my book. So I wanted to give back a little bit. So I'm going to be doing that this morning. And the first thing I did this morning was I pulled some cards for everybody, for the group as a whole. Now, the first card I want to tell you about is from the Archangel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. And the card that I pulled this morning was the Courage card. And I kind of laughed to myself when I saw this because for several weeks, Melissa Parks was talking about this card. This card kept coming up for her. And this is the first card that came up for me this morning, for all of you. And what it says is, Archangel Ariel says, be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. And I think that this time in our lives, with the way this year has been going, we all need to be a bit courageous and stand up for what we believe in. And I pulled another card from the Gateway Oracle cards by Denise Lynn. And that card that came up was Standing Firm. And what this card says is, I am noble, brave, and strong. Now, standing firm and being courageous really do go together. And I just think that's very interesting. And that's the message that they wanted to convey today. Now, I also pulled a third card from Rebecca Campbell's deck, Work Your Light Oracle cards. It's hard to see, I guess, with the light. But this is a beautiful deck, too. And this one says, dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Now, I know a lot of us have been kind of stuck this year with all the things that have been going on, things totally out of our control. And it's really important to step it up a notch and change your energy around. When you change your energy, you're going to attract bigger and better things into your life. And it's just going to be an all-around benefit to you in every area of your life. Good morning, Sarah. I would like to do some pendulum readings today. And what I'm going to do is let you ask a question. We can only do yes and no answers, but I would be happy to do those for you. And I also want to mention now we have this new feature. It's only through YouTube. You have to be logged into your YouTube account, and it's called Super Chat. And what that does is it gives you an opportunity to give a donation or a tip to me. And what this can help do is to help with the cost of the show. And just know that all donations and tips are greatly appreciated. Only do that if you feel so moved to do that. Don't ever feel like you have to, because you don't. I'm just happy that you're here and that you're watching. Now, does anybody have any questions for me this morning? Okay. Well, what I would like to do is I'm going to offer my first giveaway, and that's what it's going to go to is the first person who sends me a super chat. And what I'm going to send you is this beautiful tote bag. So the first person that sends me a super chat is going to get that tote bag, and it will be in the mail tomorrow. So while we're waiting, I am going to talk about this year. 2020 has been a year like no other. And we have been challenged in so many ways that we were never challenged before. And it's been something for most of us. And I know a lot of us have had a lot of financial hardships as well due to COVID. Maybe you can't work right now. Maybe you're getting unemployment. Maybe you're a small business like me who hasn't had a lot of clients this year because of the situation. So what I've done is through Amazon, I have reduced the price of my book. It's been reduced quite a bit, both the ebook and the paperback. And that's going to be on sale till Christmas. So if you are wanting to purchase the book, then you should know that right now you can get a really good deal. And this is my book, Metamorphosis A Journey of the Soul. So 2020, what a year. I think 2020 gave us the challenges that it gave us so that we could become a much better person. We could be much stronger, have courage to do the things that we want to do, have courage to follow our own path. And I think 2020 taught us many, many lessons that we are going to be using and we are going to be referencing in 2021. And I have a really good feeling about 2021. I don't know what's going to happen, but I think it is going to be an amazing year. I think we are all so much wiser, so much more in tune with who we are. And if you're not, you need to be. So you need to do some deep work, figure out exactly what your purpose is, and live in that purpose. Good morning, Kiki. Good morning, Devin. Thank you, Devin. Sending it right back to you. Sarah says, I bought your book as a Christmas gift to myself. Good for you. I really hope you enjoy it. And I want you to let me know what you think. That's really good to hear. It's very exciting. I can't even describe the feeling that I got the first time someone read my book, because it's just such deep emotion and feeling that went into the book itself. And when someone reads it and they can relate to it, I mean, my heart just skips a beat. It just such a feeling of joy. Goldylocks Productions says, I enjoyed your book, Ruth. Thank you so much, Tiffany. Yes, and please, if you've read the book, please go on either Amazon, Goodreads, Google Books, or on my webpage that I have for my book, Metamorphosis A Journey of the Soul. Sorry, it's a Facebook page. And leave me a review, because the reviews are really what help get my book moved up the list and get noticed by more people, and then it can help more people that way. So I really, really appreciate if you could leave a review. Thank you so much. So I'm feeling the need to pull another card, and this is from the Archangel Oracle card deck. And the card that comes up is Spiritual Understanding. It's a beautiful card. And this card is from Archangel Ariel. I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. Now, hasn't this been a year for spiritual truths being brought to the surface? It has just, I know it's been an amazing year for me, and from the different people that I hear from, it has been an amazing year for them as well. So let's keep that all in the forefront of our mind, our spiritual understanding, which will help in our spiritual transformation. All right. So just remember, the first person to super chat today is going to get my first giveaway, which is this nice tote bag that I made. And it's really wonderful when we can support small businesses, especially this time of the year, and especially with all the situations that we've had in 2020. I know a lot of small businesses are suffering, and I've tried to buy some from small businesses this year for Christmas. And I just want to tell you that I also have a small business, Mystic Impressions, and that's also on Facebook. And I do crafting, and like the tote bag I made, and I have some of these beautiful cork coasters that I'm going to give away today too. And it's really important for us to help each other and to support each other. I mean, all the time, not just this year. But I think this year has really brought that to the forefront for a lot of people, that they have realized how important the small businesses are. Oh, Kiki says, I saw this book on Amazon 3 weeks ago before I knew of you and put it on my wish list. Oh, wow, that's really cool. I'm really excited to know that you found the book. And you hadn't even heard about it from me. So that's really exciting. So I guess my book is getting seen out there. So that's pretty cool. Well, Kiki, now it's on sale. So hop on over there to Amazon and get yourself a copy. I'm also going to do giveaways. I'm not going to limit it. Oh, hold on a minute here. Kiki. Thank you, Kiki. Holiday blessings to you too. Kiki just gave a super chat over on YouTube. Thank you so much, Kiki. 1111, one of my favorite numbers. You'll have to get with me after the show and send me your information so I can get that off in the mail to you. Hi, Laura. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. Oh, thank you, Laura. Laura says that my book is fantastic. Well, Laura, I appreciate that so much. And I hope you'll hop on over to Amazon or Goodreads or Google Books and leave me a review, because that would really help me out. So that's really exciting. Well, I guess we need to do another giveaway then. I have the set of coasters that I will be giving away next. And they're cork coasters. It says Namaste, and it has a beautiful lotus on it. And that is going to go to the first person that comments, I believe. Because I don't want to limit the giveaways just to people that super chat. I want everybody to be able to do that. So whoever does that, that will be yours. Good morning, Melissa. I'm so happy to see you. I was talking about you this morning, Melissa. I pulled some cards for everybody this morning, and you guess what card came up? I can't find it now, but it was the Courage card. And it's just so funny because I've heard so many times you talk about that card and how many times that it came up for you. Oh, Laura. Laura's a believer. Laura gets the coasters. I will get those off in the mail to you tomorrow, Laura. Thank you so much. And I just want to remind everyone, I am doing pendulum readings today. Just yes and no questions. So if anybody has a question, just pop it in the comment section. Melissa says, awesome, courage. Yes, and it's something that we really need to step out of our comfort zone. And we all need to do that. Oh, Laura, you're welcome. Thank you for being here. It's so nice to see you. Maybe we'll see you on this side next month. Maybe you can come on my show this time instead of me coming on yours. That would be pretty exciting. So does anybody have any questions they would like to ask? If not, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw another card. And again, this is from the Doreen Virtue Oracle Archangel Oracle cards. See what pops out now. Moon cycles. On this card, Archangel Ariel says, notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations and capitalize upon these cycles. Now, this is so true. And I've noticed a huge difference for myself during the full moon. During the full moon, I have a harder time sleeping. I have much more active energy, as far as like I have way too much. It affects my sleep. I do get a lot accomplished at that time. So I like to try to take advantage of that. Now the new moon is also a good time to set your intentions, to plant the seeds for what you want. And then you can watch that bloom and harvest. Now, I'm not talking about necessarily like flowers or herbs or anything. I'm talking about seeds of love, seeds of joy, seeds of happiness. Those are so important. And then once you plant those seeds, especially with the energy of the new moon, then you can watch them grow. You also have to make sure you nourish them, though, or they're just going to wither up and die. So that's also important. Good morning, Ludi. Nice to see you here. I'm doing some giveaways today. And so far I've given away a couple of things. The next giveaway is going to go to the next super chat. And what I have here is I have this bracelet. Now I can only ship in the US, just so you know. So if you're off in another foreign country, foreign from here, I'm not going to be able to ship it to you. But I have this beautiful bracelet. And what it says is, it's a bangle bracelet. And it's got a pink charm on it. It says believe. And it says, she believed she could, so she did. And that bracelet will go to the next person that super chats over on YouTube. Aw, thank you, Ludi. You're such a sweetie. Now, I have taken into consideration people that I can't ship to, so I'm going to do some cyber giveaways too. I'm going to give away a one of my 2-card angel card readings that will be done in private. So we can do that virtually. So that will be coming up. Oh, Super Space Cookie just gave a super chat, $3. Thank you so much. So you will be getting the bracelet. So get with me after the show and I'll get your information from you. So that's pretty awesome. Amy says, my first time here, I heard a voice 2 times Tuesday night. I think I was awake, but not sure. Was I dreaming? I heard the voice. Well, you could have been in that in-between state where you're so relaxed that spirit can come through and speak to you. Was it a voice that was familiar to you? Sarah, thank you so much. I appreciate all of you being here today. Aw, so awesome. You guys are really amazing. So Amy, okay. I feel like, and this is what I'm getting, is I feel like you were in that in-between state where you're just starting to relax your mind enough that you allow spirit to come through. And that's what I believe it was. I believe you did hear the voice. Hopefully it gave you a message that you needed to hear at the time. So let me know how that goes. Maybe you'll hear it again. Because when I go to bed or I'm just laying there relaxing or when I'm meditating and I get out of my head and my mind so much, a lot of things come to me then. And I know that that's spirit. I know it's the angels. I know it's my guides. And it's a good time to receive messages and a good time to listen to them because they're usually very useful for you and for your higher good. Okay. So as we were talking about this next year, I like to, and I think I told you about this last week, set goals for myself for the new year. That's something that I'm being guided to tell you, that you need to set some goals for yourself. They don't have to be, anything that you would think is like monumental or like, I want to buy a new house or I want to move to an island resort, nothing like that. But what about setting goals for yourself for opening your heart more, expanding your heart chakra and opening to love, being accepting of other people more than maybe that you are. Some people are very judgmental, and it's really important to accept others and not just tolerate them. That's one word that I don't use normally and I don't like, because no one in this world wants to be tolerated. You don't want someone to just put up with you. You want to be accepted for who you are. So if you want to be accepted for who you are, you have to accept other people for who they are. And the only way to do that is to open up your heart, fill it with love, send it out to other people, and then you'll get that love back. And the more you do that, the more your heart chakra is going to open and expand. And you will feel a difference physically, spiritually, emotionally. It will make a huge change in your life. And other goals, I mean, you may want to set like financial goals for you, or maybe you want to publish a book. That this would be a great time to set some goals for what you want to achieve throughout the year. And then it gives you something to work towards. I know I've always been a goal setter and not always achieve them in the time frame that I think, but you will always achieve them in the time frame that is best for your highest good. So don't ever doubt that. Don't feel like you are off track or not on your journey where you're supposed to be, because you are exactly where you're supposed to be, or you wouldn't be there. And I know that sounds kind of silly, but it's very true. And a lot of times, in the past, I would think, well, this isn't where I should be. I should be in this place. I should be doing this like this person. But you can't compare your journey to anybody else's, because your journey isn't like anyone else's. Your journey is your own. And just you experience what you experience. And so it's really important not to compare yourself to other people. You really have to just, if you want to compete with someone, compete with yourself. Just be better than you were yesterday. Do better, do something better today than you did yesterday. And you're competing with someone, and it's yourself. So it's only going to make you better. So I was just sitting here playing with my pendulum, and I just kind of broke it. So I guess I won't be doing that today. Sorry, guys. I don't know how that happened. Now, it's time for another giveaway. And this time I'm going to give away a copy of my book, and I will dedicate it for you. And I want just this, the book is good. This giveaway is going to be for the next super chat. So if you want a copy of my book, send me a super chat and I will ship that out to you. Amy says, just my name the first time. Well, they're trying to get your attention, Amy. So you need to listen to whatever they're trying to convey to you, because it's important. And I have a feeling that you'll be hearing it again. Laura says, well said. Thank you, Laura. Okay. Now, I'm going to be working on doing some master classes here on Goldylocks Productions, and I'm pretty excited about that. And after Tiffany and I get together and we work out the details, I'll let you know. But I'm going to be doing one on how to publish your own book. That's what I did. I self-published. And I am not a tech person. I am not good with any of that stuff. But I did it. And I did it on a really teeny tiny budget. So if I can do that, you can too. Sure, there's people that you can get to help with different aspects of it. And if you are, financially able to do that, well, good for you. That's great. That can only benefit you. But if you can't, and you're in a situation like I was, I had to do everything myself. I designed my own cover. I did the writing. I did the formatting. I uploaded it all where it needed to be. And it was a challenge learning how to do some of the things, but if I can do it, I can show you how to do it. So keep that in mind if you are wanting to write a book, and that will be an upcoming class. So that I'm pretty excited about that. Super Space Cookie says, that sounds wonderful. Well, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's something that I feel like since I went through it, I know quite a bit about the process. There's a lot of things I don't know, I'm sure, but how I learned what I learned was all by myself, just researching and, gathering information here and there. So I'm pretty excited about sharing that information, because I know how exciting it was for me when I learned it all. And I know it'll be exciting for you. Now, I did purchase a website, a name, to design your own website. And I did that myself, all by myself, and never did anything like that. I thought it would be way too difficult. but it really wasn't. And the place I got my website from, you have any questions, and they will walk you through it. They walk you through every step of anything you need. So I was pretty amazed at that. You don't have to have a website to write a book, but I wanted to get that started because I wanted to offer some other things too, and I thought that would be a good place to get it all together. Bye, Ludi. Have a good day. Ludi's got to go. She's got to get ready for work. Super Space Cookie says, I've thought about writing one of my own. Perfect timing. Well, if you've thought about it, there's a reason why you're thinking about it. You need to start doing it. Linnell says, good morning to all. It's snowing today here in California, Tahoe. Day of shoveling ahead for me after the show. Oh, I'll tell you, I do not miss the snow. I was born and raised in Michigan, and I can remember when I was a kid, we would have like 2-3 feet of snow at a time. It would come like in October, and it would still be there in February. I did not like that, not at all. And I live in Texas now, and I got up this morning and it was 29 degrees. So I'm kind of needing my heat and my warmth again today. It's been pretty chilly here all week. And now I see we're getting a big snowstorm over on the East Coast. So hope you guys stay warm and safe. Oh, Linnell says it's all good. She loves being out in the snow. The snow is really pretty. I just don't like the cold. My body doesn't like it. My bones don't like it. So I like to stay in the warm. Super Space Cookie says, our roads were all nothing but ice last night and this morning. Oh, that's what I don't like. And then when it would rain a little bit, then you'd get some snow, and then you'd get freezing rain on top of that, and you couldn't go anywhere. You just slide all over the road. Well, you make sure you stay safe, because we don't want nothing happening to you. So stay safe and try to stay warm. All right. So the next super chat is going to get my next giveaway, my book, and I will sign it for you any way you want it dedicated. Just let me know. Laura says, a fellow Michigander, you must have been up north. No, I was actually, when I was a kid, we lived in Detroit, and they don't get snow like that anymore. You know, they haven't for years. But when I was a kid, we used to get that much. And when my mom would bundle us up to go outside and play, we were like that kid in a Christmas Story. You know, your arms are out like this, and you got the scarf over your face, and you can't even move to play. But she worried that we would get cold, so that's how we got bundled. Oh, Kiki. Kiki sent another super chat. Wow, Kiki, thank you so much. 1111, my favorite number. Well, you are going to get my book, and I am going to get with me after the show, and we will get your information, and then I will get that shipped off to you tomorrow. I'm so excited. Yeah, thank you so much, Kiki. You're awesome. I'm so glad everybody could be here this morning. This is just amazing. And I've had just such an enormous feeling of love from people, and it has just been amazing, absolutely amazing. And I just want you guys to know how much I appreciate that, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate you being here. This will be my last show for this year, and then I'll be back the first week of January after the holidays. So it's only a week till Christmas, which is exciting. And that's another reason I wanted to do some of these giveaways. I thought it would be kind of fun. And let's see. And so Christmas is a time, I guess Christmas in a way means something different to everybody. I know Robin was on here last week saying that it was not her favorite time of the year, because she feels like so many people don't remember the meaning of Christmas. But the meaning of Christmas is personal to you as well as being a general feeling. And I love Christmas time. mostly because it's a time for family to be together, and they're all in the best moods they've ever been in, which is really fun and nice. But I know I was saying last time that it would be really nice to keep that feeling of Christmas in your heart all year long. And I don't know why people don't realize that and people don't do that. They need to. It would spread so much more love and joy to others in this world. And even when I was a kid, I remember feeling that oneness of Christmas and that oneness feeling with pretty much the world. And it's when you sit in that quiet stillness that you feel that. And I would always, that would be my quiet stillness of the year, was like on Christmas Eve. It would be dark. We would be driving home from my mom and dad's or my grandparents, depending on what age I was. And it would be dark out, and there'd be hardly any traffic out. Everything was closed. And there would just be this stillness. And when you just sit and feel that for a minute, you can feel the oneness of everyone on this earth connected. And it was always just the most amazing feeling to me. And I always look forward to that. It'd be nice to feel that all the time. And sometimes, if I stay up really late, like, 3, 4 in the morning when my world is asleep, you can feel that oneness. Not so much maybe on a global level as you can on Christmas Eve, but you can still feel it. I know I used to always like to stay up that time of the night. I would get the best messages for when I was writing. And because that's when everything is quiet, when your mind is quiet and relaxed. When you're going all day long doing stuff, your mind is just, going crazy. You can't be still enough to receive messages all the time. Some people can. I don't always. I have to kind of still my mind and be quiet in order to do that. But I would love to do that late at night like that. And a lot of times that's when you can receive the best information, stuff that's going to be really good for your higher self. Kiki said, awesome. Synchronicity to put the book on my wish list. Now I get an autographed copy. I love it. Oh, that is awesome, Kiki. I'm so excited for you. I'm so happy you're here today. So next week is Christmas, like we were just saying. So I want to know, what is the meaning of Christmas to you? Even like I was talking to my grandson, he's 4, and we were talking about how Christmas is only a week away. And I said, what is your favorite thing about Christmas? And of course, I thought he was going to say all his presents, but he said, being with my family. He's a very in tuned 4-year-old. He is a very sweet little man. And when Thanksgiving rolled around, we all went around the table to say what we were thankful for. And it was his idea. And what he was most thankful for was spending time with his family. And I just think that is the most precious thing for a child that age, for that to be the most meaningful thing rather than what they get. Because most kids, they just focus on themselves, and that's natural. Laura says she grew up in Detroit too. Ooh, yes, we will have to talk about that. Linnell is sharing joy. Hi, Robin. So glad you could make it. Robin says, hello, beautiful souls. I'm at work, so I will watch later. Well, you have a good day at work, Robin. Thanks for checking in. Linnell says, and sing Christmas songs. Oh, we love singing Christmas songs, don't we? We know Linnell does. I've heard some of hers. Super Space Cookie says, oh, that's precious. And he is a sweet little boy. I have quite a few grandchildren. I have another one on the way that's due to be here the 29th. So that's pretty exciting. Then I'm not even going to say how many that'll be because I'd have to sit and actually count on my fingers. But I've got quite a few. And it really makes Christmas fun. It actually makes every day fun because I have a lot of friends who are grandparents and only get to see their grandkids like once a year because they live so far. I feel very blessed that I get to see my grandkids. Some of them I see every day, and others I see several times a week because we live very close by. And that has been such a huge blessing in my life. Well, when I was young, and I would think about what I want to be when I grow up, I always wanted to be a mom. That was what I wanted to be. And, nothing else really interested me. I would get a job, but it wasn't like a career. I would just have a job because I wanted to be a mom. So I got married very young, and I had kids. And all my kids were really close in age. Like my first three are 18 months apart. And then I waited 3 years and had my last one. And I always loved having my kids so close together because it was a lot of fun. They had a lot of the same interests, so we could do a lot of the same things. And they knew a lot of the same kids. They had the same friends. It was pretty exciting when they were growing up. And now a lot of my grandkids are in that same situation. Well, I have two that are 10 months apart. And from the time they were born, they were like twins until this year when the older one went to kindergarten. But it's just such an amazing experience between children and grandchildren. The kind of love you have for them is completely different. One's not better than the other, but it's just a completely different kind of love. And great children they're your responsibility, and they bring you joy and love and everything. And since they are your responsibility, it's a lot more, I don't want to say work, but it's a lot more pressure maybe to do the right thing and to be the right kind of parent and everything. And with grandkids, that's just pure joy because, you don't have to worry about the responsibility of raising them and doing all of that. So that's pretty exciting. I'm pretty excited that we're going to be welcoming another grandchild this year. And as far as we know, it is a girl. And my son decided to name her after my mom, who passed away 3 years ago. And so that's pretty exciting. That's going to be the start of my new year. So that'll be a good thing to look forward to. I just want to remind you guys about the Super Chat. It is a new feature that we have here with Goldylocks Productions. And it's on YouTube. You can only do it through YouTube. And you can offer a Super Chat donation or tip if you so desire. And it is something that just started last week, so it's all pretty new to all of us. And I want to tell you, too, check out the other shows on Goldylocks. Goldylocks Productions has a lot of really good shows. I watch all of them when I can. The times I can't always tune in live, but I catch them later. And they're all really good shows, and they're all each a little bit different. And, of course, they each have a different host, so you're going to get that personality and perspective that comes only from each individual person. Laura says, congratulations. Well, thank you so much, Laura. I appreciate that. So now that we gave away the book, okay, I'm going to do another giveaway. This is going to be a cyber gift, so you don't have to super chat or anything. I'm going to give away a 2-card reading that's going to be done privately, and that is going to go to the next person that comments angels. So whoever sends that comment, they will get the 2-card angel reading to be scheduled after the show. So if anyone is interested in that, then you just let me know. Okay, I am being guided to shuffle my cards, and this is from Rebecca Campbell's deck again, Work Your Light Oracle cards. This is a beautiful deck. Let's see where we go here. Okay. This card is about protection. Call back your power, Cut the Cords Soul Retrieval. It's pretty. It's got a lot of beautiful colors in it. And this kind of coincides with something that I was reading this yesterday. It says, call back your power. And what I was reading was about not giving away your power. And so many people and so many situations in life will try to take that power from you. The power of your confidence, the power of your intuition, because people maybe feel threatened by that. And they may lash out at you and say you're being ridiculous. And then sometimes it will put doubt in your mind and it'll make you think, maybe I am being ridiculous. Maybe I made this stuff up. But it's not. And you cannot let people take away your power. You have to empower yourself always. And there's so many ways you can do that. Positive affirmations really helped me to get to a point of feeling empowered in my life. Affirmations. Something else I was going to tell you just totally slipped away. I guess I wasn't supposed to tell you. And find something that you enjoy, that you're good at, no matter what it is, and do it a lot and build up your confidence. Once you get confidence in that area, the confidence is going to spread in other areas of your life, because you're always feeling confident and putting out that energy of confidence. So more things are going to come to you to show you that you are confident, and it will help empower you. And Linnell says, angels are all around. Yeah, they certainly are. They are everywhere all the time. You know, when I was young and my kids were little, they were probably 4, 5, 6. 2 of my children used to always see angels. We would be driving in the car and they would be like, Mom, why is there an angel sitting on that cloud? And I said, there is. And they would describe to a T what that angel looked like. The size, the shape, the colors. And it was just amazed me. I thought it was so cool that they could see them. And sometimes when I remind them of that, you know, now they don't really remember it as well. But angels are all around everywhere. You just you can tap in and feel them. Some people can see them. Some people can hear them. Chris Tuck says, hi, everyone. Kristen says she's watching from work. Which 2 kids? My youngest, my 2 oldest kids, Amanda and Tommy. They were the ones that used to see the angels all the time. My kids have all seen different things, like spirits and that, when they were little. And being the person that I was, of course, I always believed what they told me. I remember hearing things when I was a kid and having what people would call supernatural experiences, but I think they're absolutely natural. I don't think there's, it's supernatural and kind of makes it sound like it's something out there that is not attainable, but it is. And I remember that when I was a kid and hearing things and voices and stuff and telling my mom about it, and she got totally freaked out and told me that it was just my imagination. Now, not blaming her, no fault of hers, because it scared the crap out of her, which a lot of people it does. And so I knew how that made me feel when I was young. So as my kids started saying, there's a little boy in my room that wants to play with me, or his mom's yelling at me now because I'm keeping him awake, I believe my kids all the time. And I always, encourage that in them, for them to be open to seeing and hearing things. I think it's awesome. As they got older, sometimes they close themselves off a little bit, but I think it's so important to acknowledge that and to keep that alive in your children. What I found out just about a year before my mom passed away, that when I was a child, I had an imaginary friend that I used to talk to. Now, I don't really remember it. I do remember being alone a lot when I was little because there was no kids in the neighborhood to play with. And until I had a sibling, it was just me. So I did, a lot of things by myself. And back then, we didn't have a lot of the conveniences that we have now. We had no internet. We had no video games to play. We didn't even have cable TV. So you watched like 4 channels was it. And if you had to go to the bathroom, you missed your show. You couldn't pause it or anything. So I just remember being alone a lot, playing by myself. And when my mom told me this, it just amazed me because when she said it to me, I knew it was true. I felt it. It just totally resonated in my soul. And it kind of ticked me off a little too, because I had asked her for years if I had had an imaginary friend, and she said no, because she just didn't want to, I guess, deal with all my questions. Because I've always been a very inquisitive, curious person, and I've always asked a million questions. And sometimes I can be having a conversation with someone, and I feel like I'm interviewing them because I'm just asking a million questions, and I think sometimes it annoys people. But I've just always been that way, been very curious about everything. So I do ask a lot of questions, and they're usually very basic, simple questions that some people might think are common sense. But, everybody has their own perspective on things, and I love to hear different people's views. And, it helps me to figure out what I think and what I feel too. And let's see. So it's just important to keep that open mind. Super Space Cookie says, oh, angels. All right. Awesome. Super Space Cookie. You got it. So you get with me after the show and we will set up a time for your reading. I'm so excited. And thank you, Tiffany, for pointing that out because I missed it. And Chris Tuck says, love your insights and I call on them a lot. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Chris. And thank you so much for being here. So we have some specials coming up on Goldylocks Productions. So I just ask you to check them out. I know one is Friday and one is coming up next week, I believe, on Monday. I don't really have information on that handy right now, but just check out the Goldylocks Productions Facebook page or website, and all the information will be there. And if there is some type of a masterclass that you might be interested in, I'm open to suggestions for what people are interested in. So you can, message me on Facebook. You can also check out my website, ruthsoltman.com. I have my book is on there, and I have some different services. Excuse me. Some different services like my Angelic Reiki sessions. And I also have the pendulum readings and the angel card readings on there. So you can check that out. I was in the process of trying to upload some of my items from my craft business onto there, but I'm having a problem with the photos. So that's kind of on hold for right now. But you can still find that on Facebook at Mystic Impressions TX on Facebook. And I know there's a lot of people in this group that also have small businesses or things like that they do from home. And you can find that information on the Goldylocks Productions website. She's got a list of the small businesses on there, so you can check those out. So I feel like giving something away. Let's see. I have another tote bag. And this one, you might not be able to tell in the picture, but it's glittery. It says grateful, thankful, and blessed. Let's see. And it's red. Let's see if you can see the glitter. And I'm going to give that one away to the next super chat. And let's see. So I gave away a few things today. I'm also going to give away another of the angel card readings, the 2 card readings. So the next person that can comment Christmas will receive that reading. And now this time I have to pay more attention to the comments so I don't let that one pass me by. Okay, so I'm really excited to be here, and I'm really excited that I was given this opportunity. I really enjoy being in the energy of all of you and being in the energy of all those at Goldylocks Productions. They've got a great team of people, some amazing shows and show hosts. And I just feel very blessed. This has been like a whirlwind year for me. I just published my book in October. I was on Laura Ramiro's show, Angels and Healing Light, in November. And then in December, I'm here. So I feel like it has just been so fast for me. And I know that that's because I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing now. I'm following the path that I'm supposed to be on. And I'm so excited to be doing that. And I really want to help other people to follow their path, whatever that path may be. You know, I want to help you to figure that out if you don't already know what it is, and then figure out how to get there. So Linnell commented Christmas music. Christmas is there, so it's yours. So I will be sending that to you, Linnell. Oh, there you go. Yeah, awesome. Awesome, Linnell. I'm excited. Be excited to work with you. And then get with me after the show, and then we'll get your information and everything. And that's so exciting. So what I really do, I feel like my purpose was to write my book and to get this information out there. And now I feel like my purpose is expanding to help other people to realize who they are so that they can live an authentic life. Because we're love. We are love. And I would like to help you to expand that notion, to expand your love and how you feel, and to remember who you are, because you already know. It's just an act of remembering. You have to peel back those layers of who you were told you are and who you were told you should be to remember who you are. And we can all do that because the information is already there. We were born with it. And once you do that, and then you will realize why you're here and what your purpose is and how you can help transform this world and help humanity to awaken, because humanity is already awakening. And so many people have been this year. And it's just amazing, amazing to see how many people are opening up and realizing who they are and accepting who they are. Because you can know who you are and realize who you are all you want. But if you don't accept yourself and accept who you are, then it's pretty much for nothing. Because you have to be able to accept who you are, acknowledge who you are, and live in who you are. You have to live in your authenticity. Then you can help. When other people see you living that way, then they're like, wow, well, if they can do it, I can do it. And I think it's so much harder to put on a mask and pretend to be someone that you're not. I mean, even when I was younger, I don't ever remember being that way, pretending I was this or that when I wasn't. I've always felt like that I could only be myself. Now, I will say that there's been many times in my life and many people in my life when I didn't feel comfortable being myself around them. But they weren't people that I needed to be around. So I think that's why that happened. Linnell says, thanks. You're welcome, honey. I'm so excited for you. April says, I wish I could remember. You can. You really can. And, message me after the show and see what we can do. But it's just so beautiful when you see someone stepping into their power and realizing who they are. And you can't like miss it. It's all over them. It encompasses all of their being. It encompasses everything that they do. It encompasses decisions they make, choices they make. And it's a wonderful thing to be able to see. It's even better to experience it, of course, because that means it's you that's awakening. Oh, Super Cookie sent a super sticker. Oh, thank you. $2 super sticker. Thank you, Super Space Cookie. I'm sorry. I missed the space part. Excuse me a second. My mouth is so dry. I guess I'm talking too much. Kathy Bray says, I would like to know when that will happen. Well, sure you do. But that's going to take all the fun out of it for you. Everything happens in its own time. And it's funny because, I put a lot of pressure on myself to do things or to try to be in a different place than I was in, put tons of pressure on myself, and it never worked out. It was only when I realized that it's all in divine timing. Everything happens exactly when it's supposed to happen. If it's not happening right now, it's because it's not supposed to. And there's a reason for it. Of course, a lot of times we don't know the reason, which can be very frustrating because we're human. But there's always a reason. Kathy says, 20 years is a long time. It is. But I think it was more than 20 for me. So it happens when it happens. And you can't worry about when it happens, but you just be ready. And, there's things you can do to help yourself remember. You can meditate. There's a lot of guided meditations that will take you to phenomenal places. And maybe different experiences you have will help you to remember. You can't, think about if you're looking like for your purpose, Kathy, then start thinking about some things that maybe you enjoyed when you were a child. What brought you pure joy? That's what you need to be doing. And maybe it was playing with a toy. Let's say, for example, well, you can't play with toys as a living. I understand that. But maybe you create some. Maybe you create games for children. Something that would benefit others and bring them joy. I mean, you got to think of it from all different angles. Thanks for being here, Chris. You have a good day. Merry Christmas. Well, it's getting to be about that time. Pretty excited that we're coming upon a new year, and I think it's going to be so much fun. And I think we're going to be able to take all of our lessons that we learned this year and take them forward into the next. And it's going to be really exciting to see how many changes we can make in our lives and how much better we can make our lives for ourselves. Because no one's going to do that for us. We have to do that for ourselves. We have to be the best that we can be. So I want to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas, I know there's a lot of different holidays right now. Holy days. And then we have New Year coming up. So I want to wish everyone a very happy New Year. And go ahead and set those goals for yourself. And then next year at this time, you can look at that piece of paper and you can see what you need, see what you have accomplished in that time. Maybe you need to tweak things a little bit to, give yourself another 6 months. But if you set those goals and you get that mindset, and that's where you focus your attention, it's going to happen. It really will. So I just want to wish a happy holiday season to everyone. I send you so much love, and I so appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Have a great, great holiday. Bye-bye.
Become a Goldylocks Productions VIP patron. Receive exclusive access to live stream special and other epic perks. Join the Goldylocks Productions VIP community today.